our hymn book as we start our service in our Soul Stirring book, page 185. Number 1, would you stand with us? We'll sing My Savior's Blood. 185, Soul Stirring book. Brother Howard will lead us to
Most gracious and kind Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the grace this morning that you have allowed us to have. God, as you would be with us in this service this morning, this service is about you, Lord Jesus. This service is about the Holy Spirit moving and guiding you to pray all night in a way that pleases you, bringing salvation to those that don't know you. God, we ask for your special anointing of your Spirit this morning to be kindly enough to all.
Yes, God.
We thank you for your love, your grace, your mercy, and everything that we do this morning. We bring praise and glory
Yes,
and
God.
honor to the King of Kings. Therefore, it's into the holy name of Jesus Christ that we pray this morning. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Let me see.
Amen.
Amen. Well, we're going to sing another good one here. Amen. You want to? All right. We always ask our visitors to stay seated. You're here for the first time. You've never been here before. Never fill out a visitor's card. You stay seated. A man in the back will give you one, and so please fill it out, please, and give it to Brother Eddie or one of the ushers before you leave. We're just so glad to have you with us. Again, thank you for coming this morning. Page number 65, just over in the glory land. Number 65 is all stand. Psalms 48. Psalms 48.
See everybody in church this morning. Y'all glad to say amen. It is good to have you this morning. If you're visiting with us, please make yourself at home as we worship the Lord together this morning. Altars have been open since we got here. There is not a bad time to pray in this place. Amen. Most of all, we're glad you're here this morning, and we welcome all our visitors, but it is especially good to have Brother Howard Brooks and his wife. Why don't y'all stand, brother? Would you do that? And they're going to come back tonight. I'm going to have him give a testimony tonight and tell what the Lord is using him to do. Brother Howard is our chaplain at the Carroll County Jail. And we thank God for him. I appreciate him personally for using our men to come and preach to those prisoners every week. And I thank you for that, preacher. It's good to have you this morning. Y'all make yourself at home. Amen. At the he didn't ask to come. We asked him to come. And at the end of the service this morning, I'm going to take up an offering for him and his wife. He's full time in that ministry, and it's not a paid position. And so we want to be a blessing to him. Amen. I believe God saves sinners. No matter which side of the bars they're on. Amen. And such were some of you. Amen. So thank God for those who will go to fallen men and tell them about our risen Savior. Amen. So anyway, it's good to have y'all. I got a sweet thank you card this morning from Brother Chris and from Miss Tanya Smith for all the ladies who brought food. It just says thank you so much for the food and the kind words and the prayers with all our love. And they really appreciate everything you ladies did. That was a blessing. And then I want to say thank you to everybody that helped yesterday. Friday. Between our church, Fullerville, Brother Shakehouse Church, Freedom, and then Concord. Over 600 law officers were fed a meal on Friday. So, praise the Lord. Not only were they fed a meal, but they were given a copy of the Word of God. So we praise the Lord for that. Amen. All right, let's have our ushers. Brother Stacy, you men come to receive this morning's offering. And while they're coming, y'all please remember Brother Carl Partain, Brother Carl and Miss Angie's little baby Marlon. Y'all please continue to pray for her. She's still having those heart, what's it called, Mom? Arrhythmia. So y'all remember her. And also little baby Jane. She's still got a long way to go. So Sister Kelly was here, gave us an update on Wednesday night, and that was good. And here's what I've been praying every day. God, just give us a little. Just give us a little every day. Just let her get a little better every day. So please keep her in your prayers. All right? Let's bow our heads. We'll go to the Lord in prayer. Brother Brent, I want you to ask the Lord to bless the offerings.
Dear Jesus, thank you so very much for this day. Thank you for allowing us all to be able to wake up this morning. Thank you for another day that we were allowed to run the buses and pick up the kids this morning, God. I thank you for allowing us all to be able to come to church here. We're in a country where we can do it freely. God, I ask that you please just be with the Partains this morning. I ask that you please be with baby Katie Jane, God. Please be with both of those babies. Please put your hand upon them, God. Please provide a miracle in their lives that they may give you the honor and glory, and that the world may see that you still are alive and you're still good. God, I ask that you please just be with the service here today. I ask that you be with the offering here, and please put your hand upon every day as it brings us your word, God. I ask that you please help us all to have a great rest of the week. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Hopelessly lost, I could not find my way. But then His glorious light of love shone down on me, and His mercy washed all my sins away. And what He did for me that day was the price I know He paid, and by His grace I too can say, I am on my way on the cross. I am on my way on the cross. There is nothing I have done. It's the suffering of God's Son. I am on my way. I've seen millions gather round the throne from every kindred and tongue, those redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. And as they cast their crowns down at His feet, this will be their story. This will be their story. And on my way There is nothing we have done. It's the suffering of God's Son. We
Well, hallelujah for the cross. You help yourself, sis. Have yourself a time. Amen. Thank God. Thank God for Calvary. Ain't nothing good about me. Ain't nothing good about you. Thank God for the cross and the blood. Good singing choir. I appreciate it this morning. Good to be saved. Let's stand our feet. Choir, you come down, turn around, welcome our visitors this morning. Man, we might as well have church. A lot of people in the altar this morning. I don't need to say this sounding like I'm bragging. I'm not. If I'm bragging, I'm bragging on the Lord. And we've already had more people in the altar this morning than a lot of churches have had in their altar calls in a long time. And I appreciate that liberty. Be able to come, bring a burden. You know, I come in Sunday after Sunday. I was talking to my son yesterday. You know, even as a pastor, these days when we don't feel like doing this, it's hard to put on a fake smile and act like everything's okay. What I'm trying to say is, I live in a real world too. And sometimes we come to church just heavy. And I'm glad I'm in a place where I ain't gotta fake it. I get down here to the altar and weep with the best of it. I just thank God for that liberty this morning. Maybe it's been a long time since you've even bowed on your knees. Sought God. It's a good time to do it this morning. I'm going to preach, but I ain't in no hurry. I just want God to have His way this morning. That's really all that matters. All that matters. I get up here right now and preach the greatest sermon in the world. I could, but I could attempt, but try to preach the greatest sermon in the world. And if you don't hear from God, it's useless. You need to hear from Him this morning. So why don't you just kind of, in your heart, just look up this morning and say, God, speak to me. Speak to me. Let's be obedient this morning. Y'all go ahead and sing.
Were all gathered around him.
sing you to death this morning, but I don't want to get his way either. I get up here and try to preach right now. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll be like a little chihuahua dog barking at that train out there. And I just don't want to get in his way. I want to hear what God's doing in this altar. Somebody come in here this morning, you need some help. I'll be honest with you, I ain't got it, but he does. You just come to him. You just humble yourself, man. Get on your face and pray. Won't you bind the Lord this morning? Now go ahead and sing. This altar's open. We'll just have the altar call first. How about that? Go ahead right quick, big head.
There's
praise, honor, everything that he deserves in my life. You know, I don't care about the bald head no more, because you know what? It's a statement that God is using me. If people ask me, how did you get through it? I'm like, it is all God. It's all God. He's been merciful, gracious. I tell them, I'm like, all the stuff that I should have, I didn't. I was just tired. God gave me the best nurse that I could have ever. I would thank God so much for burdening her to want to be my nurse. I tell everybody she gave me the VIP treatment and chemo if there's such thing. And God answers so many just little bitty prayers every single day. It can be, God, just give me the strength to continue this day. Just give me the, you know, to get out of bed and be normal, to let everybody see that I'm okay. Even when I was so tired, and I would still come to church because I wanted to feel God's presence. Because we need Him every single day. Even if it's just to be in His house. I love my godly church family. I love all of y'all. Y'all are all such a blessing to me and my family. I'm so glad that God has burdened us to be a part of the youth. I love each and every single one of them. They're like my children. And I love Sister Shelly a lot. She calls my child like every Saturday night. She said about 11 o'clock I'm going to call for Sister Shelly. She says, God, you need to come by church. And she's sitting here in church this morning. I'm so full. My cup is running over. I want to thank the Lord for saving my soul and giving me a good, godly husband. And most of all, I want to thank Him for this cancer that He gave me so that I can see that the little things in life matter more than all these big troubles that we have each and every day. Finances, it don't matter. God's bigger than that. That's right. Ooh, their kids getting back in church. God's bigger than the devil keeping them away. Little things as the devil trying to attack our children last night. If I wasn't feeling so good, I'm just praying, God, you're bigger than the devil. Just take it away. I know you're supposed to be on the bus in the morning. God, just take it away. Touch him. Just be with him. And after that, he rested a whole lot better. God is so good. He's so good, merciful, gracious. And I will serve Him. Whatever He wants from me. At one time I said, I'll do whatever it is. I guess I asked for the cancer. But that's okay because I'm not going to let it break me. I love God and I love y'all. Thank you. I never pictured myself in oncology all through nursing school. I always thought that I was going to be ER nurse. I love the rush and I'm quick on my toes and I love the ER. All through nursing school, I thought I was going to be an ER nurse. But the way that God just orchestrated it for me to be in oncology, I've been at the Cancer Center in Carrollton for over 4 years now, and I couldn't imagine being anywhere else in the entire world.
Thank you, Jesus.
Bless her, Jesus. But now I know why God orchestrated that.
That's right, honey.
When I found out April had cancer, God just immediately gave me the biggest burden to reach out to her and to be there for her. And she wasn't even going to come to my cancer center. I had to transfer everything over to me because I was like, God, He wants me to be your nurse. I'm just telling you, He wants me to be your nurse. And I thought it was so that I could be a blessing to her. Oh no. She's become my best friend and my prayer warrior. And oh God, He's so good. Watching God work through her is just the most amazing thing. I just can't explain it. And I just thank Him every single day for healing her. And I just know that cancer is gone. It's as far as the east is from the west. I just know that it's gone. And I just thank God for that peace. And I thank God for His mercy. And I thank Him for healing April. And I just thank Him for allowing me to be able to hold that umbrella just a little while she was going through that storm. And I just thank Him so much for that blessing.
Brother Charles, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how you preach after that. I'm doing this 28, 29 years now, and I ain't figured that out yet. I don't know about you, but that testimony from our youth pastor's wife made me feel about that big. I pray and I hope if I had cancer and the hair was burned off of my head from chemotherapy and radiation, that I could still praise Him. It's easy to praise Him when you're on the mountaintop.
Yes, sir.
People getting saved and bills are paid and you feel pretty good. It's not hard, Brother Charles. Well, in them deep places and them deep waters where it feels like all you can do is keep your nose about right there. It's hard sometimes to lift your hands and praise the Lord. They say a drowning man can't lift his hands. If he raises his hands, he goes down. I'm glad when we're drowning in the sin and the junk of this world, we can still lift our hands. Hey, oh my. Jeremiah chapter number 6. I've been waiting on the choir to sing that song that they did this morning, the very first one. It's kind of, what's the term, Brother Todd, they use today? A remix? Is that what you call it? When they take an old song and redo it? Is that right? Remix? They remixed an old song that we used to sing. And that's one of my favorite songs. I'll Take the Old Highway. And I love that song. And I thought they did a phenomenal job on that song. I've called Ashley every Saturday night for the last month and said, y'all singing that song tomorrow. No, not this week. We're not ready. Now, I'll wait until next week. I've had this message ready for a month. And I called her next week. Y'all got that song ready? You got no, not today. And I called her yesterday. I said, are y'all going to? She said, yes, we're going to sing it tomorrow. So, hallelujah. Yeah. I'll take the old highway. I'll take the old highway. Jeremiah chapter number 6, and down in verse number 16, the Bible says, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the way and see. And as for the old paths, where is the good way? And walk therein. Ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. I guess maybe as old school gets, and I like it. There's a lot being said in places where I travel and circles where I preach. There's a lot said about old paths, Brother Charles. And some of this stuff that they call, I don't want to make anybody mad this morning, but some of this stuff that they call old paths is not old paths at all. Some of this stuff that they're calling old time and old fashioned religion, it ain't old time or old fashioned religion at all. It's a bunch of dead tradition that's been handed down generation after generation after generation. I'm going to preach for a few minutes on I'll take the old highway. Let me tell you something that the old path is not. It's not tradition. Are you listening? Listen, there are traditions that are good. And there are some that are useless.
One guy told me one day, he said, well, I don't see no sense in wearing a tie. He said some other stuff that was borderline vulgar to me. And he said, nowhere in the Bible does it say you got to wear a tie when you preach. I said, well, it don't say anywhere in the Bible you need a flushing toilet in your house, but I bet you got one of them. Thank you, Brother Freddie. I stole that from him years ago. There are some traditions that are good. But there are some traditions that absolutely smell in the nostrils of God.
Right.
Old paths, listen to me carefully, old paths is not what color shirt you're wearing. Do you know there are still guys out there preaching that if you got on a colored shirt, you're liberal? There are guys still preaching that. They're idiots. They've got their convictions from the 70s and the 60s when the hippies were wearing psychedelic and tie-dye. Amen. There's still guys preaching you're liberal if you got facial hair. That ain't old past. That's somebody that ain't got nothing better to say. Somebody's dying on me this morning. I'm trying to help you this morning. I'm just trying to tell you that stuff ain't Bible. The Bible said they plucked Jesus' beard out. Them idiots will get up there and preach against the mustache, but yet quote D.L. Moody. Oh, y'all are all right. Old paths are not like whether you're wearing wingtips or cowboy boots. I've heard both sides. You're liberal if you wore boots, you're liberal if you don't. Stupid. It's not old paths. We bring this thing down to where we live. Old paths is not how loud you can shout. How emotional the service is. That's not old paths. I'm for shouting. Y'all know I am. I'm for Brother Jesse taking a lap around the building while his wife, who has battled cancer this past month, is standing there testifying and glorifying God. If you can't go a lap over that, something's wrong with you. I started to get up and pull a David Ring on you and say, she's fought cancer. What's your problem? Amen. Old paths is not... I get tired of doing something different in your label a liberal. Having a screen with the announcements on it. That's not liberal. That's using what God has given us. I wonder if the first preacher that had a microphone was called a liberal. I've heard him get up and preach against guys who wear the little thing. I'll be honest with you, there's not a better microphone in the world. Because wherever you move, it's right there. They're awesome. I just don't preach steel enough to wear one. I've tried it in other places. They fall off my head. I even duct taped it to the side of my neck. There I was in New York, all them Yankees with duct tape on the side of my head. Trying to hold that microphone on my face. I got the sweat and the duct tape fell off. And what I'm trying to say is that doesn't make a man liberal. Are y'all okay? Culture doesn't make one liberal. I go to Brother Fisher's out in California. Their music is not like ours. It's not contemporary. It ain't Southern. I go to Chicago. Their music ain't like nobody's. They sing, I call it round mouth singing. You know, all that falsetto stuff. And somebody said, well, if you don't sing like that, then you're liberal. No, maybe if you don't sing like that, you might be from the South. Are y'all okay? I'm trying to tell you what old paths are and what old paths ain't. Old paths are what's in your heart. Jeremiah is dealing with and he's called to preach to a nation who is in deep spiritual wickedness. He's preaching to the nation of Israel who is wandering in the darkness of sin. Kind of like where I'm standing today. You listen to the media and these people are so far outside of their minds, it's unreal. The ideology we're living in today, where it's popular for a teenage girl to have a girlfriend. That is not popular, that is sin. It was sin in Romans chapter number 1, and it's sin in 2018. God has not changed his mind. The heart of man has changed. Old paths are what we believe. God said, I want you to stand in the way, and I want you to ask, and I want you to see. He said, I want you to look back at Father Abraham. I want you to look back at Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Moses. And I want you to look back to the way those men lived. And what they taught and what they believed.
That's right.
Now listen, we're having camp meeting in November. I am not going to put a tent up in the parking lot and cover the ground with sawdust so we can say we old-fashioned. I've had to preach in some of them things, Brother Todd, in July and August. And at 100 degrees, and you're preaching in a tent, mosquitoes sucking the blood out of you, and sweat running out the top of your shoes, and you look across the parking lot and there's an air-conditioned building there. Well, we just don't say old-fashioned. It ain't old-fashioned. That was them old folks using what they had. Thank God for it. Thank God for the influence on our lives. I want to preach what they preach. I want to use what God has given me to do. Are we okay? He said, stand in the way and ask. Stand in the way and see and ask. Ask what? For the old path. Where is the good God? And walk therein. Listen, can I just say to you, it is a good way. Somebody said, y'all need to get up with the times. I think we're doing fine. I think we're running well. Are you listening? I don't think we need a bouncy ball to follow. I don't think we need a praise and a worship team waving their little fairy flags up here. I don't think we need a rock and roll band with a thumping thump and flashing lights and smoke and stage that goes up and down. I think we need the old-fashioned, unadulterated and power of Almighty God in this place like we did of old. What did they do? They didn't have a band. They didn't have lights. It's a sad day when you walk into church and they hand you earplugs. This ain't Justin Bieber's house, it's God's house. They didn't have all that. What they had? Them Wesley boys. They come over here from England, Brother Charles. You know what they had? A pasture and a stump. And they stood up on that stump and they started proclaiming that book and the power of that book and the spirit of the God of that book would show up, anointing men, and America was turned to God. Y'all okay? That's the the old path I walk. I want you to notice something this morning as we preach. I'll take the whole highway. I could change. We could change. Somebody said, boy, if you change your music, you'd have a bigger crowd. Well, Cowboys over there in Marietta, they got a big crowd on Friday night. Does that make it spiritual? Well, got quiet. Hooters probably got a pretty good crowd on Friday night. Don't know, I've never been, but don't make it spiritual. The numbers aren't. Oh, how many are you running? What's our population? About 11,000? I'm running about 11,000. I just ain't calling yet. People judge the spirituality of your church by how many sitting in the pew. Not me, friend. Some of the favorite places I preach on the face of this planet are little bitty churches that nobody knows about. Right. And a pastor nobody's ever heard of. You notice something about these old paths. There's a requirement. There is a requirement. Something is required. Let me tell you something about the people of the old days. They lived different. It wasn't so much about their standard or their dress. It was their character. Amen? Are y'all okay? It was their character. It was their thought process. It was the way their minds worked. It was pure and it was holier than what we have today. We're living in a day of evil imaginations and spiritual wickedness in high places. There's a requirement. He said, stand in the way. See. I'm not for living in the past. But every now and then, Brother Jack, we'll look back. We'll look back at some of you gray-haired men. Some of you silver-haired ladies who lived where you had to depend on God and trust God for His blessing. You didn't have food stamps and EBT cards and you didn't have the welfare. Amen. You had to have God to send the rain and nurture the seed that you put in the ground. Hey, listen to me. We need to look back every now and then. See what God is where we are today. There's a requirement. He said, stand in the way and see. Stand in the way and see. Why is it these people still married after 50 and 60 years? Why is it they're not on opiates? Did I say it right, Bill Jensen? Why is it they ain't hooked on opiates? Why is it they ain't drunks? You look around society, you don't see a bunch of 75-year-old gays and lesbians running around. I'm sure there are some, but they're very few. Something happened between back then and now. There's a requirement. We're looking ahead. Look back every now and then and say, man, I don't know what Brother Spartan and Miss Brenda had, but I want that. I don't know what kept them in the ministry and married all those years, but I want what they got. Instead of what the tabloid Hollywood crowd has. They all got a pill and a prescription and a psychic and an alimony. Somebody told me that they're a Christian young man who ain't got nothing. I mean, literally, he ain't got no money. He said, I ever get married, I'm going to make him sign a prenup. Are you afraid she's going to take your piece of junk car? Prenup. You know what that is? You're already planning on it not making it. Here's your prenup. You ever leave me, I'm going to leave you. understanding the old ways and see. And man, we ought to see. Why is it we're not doing so good like them old times?
Right.
You said, well, divorce happened back then. Sure it did. They had sin just like we got sin. But boy, it sure has multiplied. I'm 53. It's way different now than it was when I was a teenager. We thought it was bad then. It was. Oh boy, it ain't. Ooh.
Yeah.
If you'd have told me when I was 17 years old that it's going to be like this today, I'd say you got it. You say, what are you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. The wickedness of our nation. Stand in the way and see. God's command was that they not just go any old way. We're living in a world of religion that says whatever you like.
Yeah.
Oh, you ride a Harley? You have a biker church. You like to ride horses? Have a cowboy church. Men, you like other men? Have a gay church. Just any way you want to go. That ain't what God said. Just a couple of weeks ago, I preached on the broad and the narrow. Wide is the gate that leadeth where? Anybody remember? Destruction. Narrow was the gate that led to where? Life. But we're living in a day where people say, well, I just think this is okay. I think that's okay. It don't matter what you think. We got to get back to God's way of thinking. Somebody said, you'll never build a big church preaching like that. I don't give a rip. It's bigger than I can handle now. Are y'all okay?
Yes, sir.
Man, I want God. I want to continue to have that spirit we had in this place this morning. I want to continue to have that liberty. Boy, we go to taking that broad road, he'll leave. That's why they got to have the band. That's why they got to have the smoke and the lights and the mirrors and the thumpity thump. That's why they got to have all that, because there ain't nothing else there. Got to be some entertainment, because there ain't no power in what they're doing. During World War II, at the Battle of the Bulge, the Germans took the uniforms off of dead allies, dressed themselves as our allies, stowed allied military vehicles, and they went through a whole province. I think they call it province, whatever, community, county, if you will. They went through a whole town and a whole area over there in Germany, and they changed all the road signs. You know what they were doing? Sending us in the wrong direction. They were sending us away from the battle while they slaughtered. You almost lost that conflict because of that. I'm here to tell you this morning, we got some guys that are changing the road signs. And I don't mind calling them out on them. Joel Osteen, you're a liar. You're just a flat-out, flat-footed, you're a great public speaker, you're a great motivational speaker, but sir, you are a liar. There is a heaven and there is a hell. People that die without Christ still burn forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And sin is still the thing that God has. People get mad. I don't really care. I want Him. I'll take Him over you any day of the week. I'd love to have both. Man, this wasn't supposed to come out like this morning. I just get a little bit, I'm not mad, but I just get a little bit riled up.
Nothing wrong.
In this sanctuary on the King James Bible and the history of it, why? I'm glad I ain't got to stand up here and defeat it all the time. I know some people, that's all they preach about. I'm like, you're preaching to the choir, but we're with you. But thank God for it. I believe that thing still works. I remember setting my little grandmother's lap and her taking that little red Bible. You remember that little red Bible, Mama? It stayed kept right there in that drawer in the, what was that thing in the kitchen? Hutch? Is that what you call it in the dining room? She'd get that Bible. I'd get that Bible. I love the pictures inside that Bible. And I looked at that Bible, Granny said, baby, you know what that is? That's God's Word. Every word of it is true. Every word of it is right. I'm glad I can stand up here this morning and I ain't got to proclaim somebody else's perversion. I ain't got to explain this book away. That it is the Word of God. Just so you're not confused. Thank God for the Bible. 66 books. 1,189 chapters. 41,173 verses. 774,746 words. And not a one out of place. Not a one in error. No other book in the world lines up like that book right there. No other, I'm talking about no other even version of the Bible lines up like this one does right here. I got to get off this, I know, but I like it. Why? Because I have a Bible. I ain't got to worry about what somebody thinks. I'll hire up some of my heroes right here, but I quit using a Scofield Bible years ago. Because I didn't like what old C.I. Scofield had to say on a few things. That's right. I remember when I got saved, but you didn't have Scofield Bible, you wasn't saved. I thought it was a version. No other version of the Word of God. You know what if somebody holler and tell me what the middle verse of the Bible is. Anybody besides Brother Frederick? Does anybody know? Psalms 118, what? Is it 118? Is that right? Yes, 118:8. You know what the middle two words of the Bible? There is no one middle word. It takes two. Yeah. Anybody know what they are? Tell me, Jeremiah. The Lord. Oh, what a coincidence. I can go through all this stuff this morning. There's some of this stuff, it'll blow your mind. This book's so far ahead of this world, so far ahead of science.
It sure is.
Amen. I remember when I got saved. I remember when I surrendered to preach. Somebody asked me which version of the Bible do you like. Back then, I was really separated. Oh, I like Scofield. Scofield's a study Bible. They said, no, we mean what version? You like the King James, the New King James, the NIV, the NSV? Well, I have a clue. I know what they were talking about, brother. I wasn't just playing stupid. I really didn't know. You know what a blessing that was? It was never questioned when I grew up. It was never questioned or corrected. Not at home, not in the pulpit. It was God's Word everywhere I went.
That's right. Amen. Right.
Well, some people ain't like this. I'm talking about you gonna be old-fashioned. That's old-fashioned. And it ain't old-fashioned just to wave it around and brag about it. It's old-fashioned to know what it's saying. That's the old-fashioned. Some of the biggest churches in America, the pastors and the leaders of the church ain't got a clue what this book says. Old past are still salvation through the blood of Christ. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man cometh unto the Father but by me. It's still in the book. Without the shedding of blood, there is no remission of sin. We've got churches that won't preach about the blood. We've got churches that won't sing about the blood. They have rewritten entire hymn books to take every song that has anything to do with the blood and take it out because it's offensive. It doesn't offend me. Thank God for the blood. Why did He wash away my sin? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Hallelujah. What can make me whole again? Salvation through the blood. I still believe in repentance. I still believe a man gets saved because first he gets sorry.
Say that again. I said, I believe a man gets saved because he first gets sorry. I didn't go crawling up under a pine tree at Brother Jay Bice's house on a New Year's Eve because I had a desire to go to heaven. Had nothing to do with it. Heaven was an afterthought. I didn't want to go to hell. I realized I was a sinner and I was tore up about it. Amen. Still believe in old-fashioned salvation. There's somebody here that needs it this morning. Amen. If you don't get saved, if you don't get that settled, you're going to spend forever in a place called hell. Yes, sir. And I'm not preaching it like I'm glad about it. It breaks my heart. You need to get that settled. Amen. By the way, it still works. Amen. Well, what is old past, preacher? What is old past? Is it having just a church hymnal and not singing nothing else? No, but I like that. I believe this hymn book right here is more inspired than most of the new Bibles. That's right. You can't tell me old blind Fanny Crosby didn't have the touch of God on her. She couldn't see a lick. Sometime in your leisure, go through all the songs she wrote and read how many times she's talking about looking. Seeing. Oh, she might have been physically dark, but boy, there was some light shining in the soul of that old lady. That little lady knew God. That's right. I can't wait to get to heaven and to meet her. Well, there is a love for the Scripture. Belief in the Scriptures. There is a salvation through the blood. Listen, I believe there will be a love for the church. Yeah. That's right. Amen. That's right. Amen. I really haven't been preaching that long. Y'all sung a long time. Great. I believe there will be a love for the church. Amen. We're living today here. This is what's popular today. Have as little church as you can get away with. And still call it church. Oh, let's don't have church on Sunday night. Let's meet at one another's house. Let's get us some little groups together. Let's have these cell groups. What else they call them? Life groups. Let's have a life group. No, let's not. Life groups turns into white swap. I'm just telling you, history has proven. I like church. That's right. You look at modern church plans. I want to build a new building so bad I can't stand it. I got good news and bad news. We got all the money to do it. Bad news is you still got it. Amen. I want to build a new building. And when we do, it ain't going to look like an elementary school. And it ain't going to look like a bank. And it ain't going to look like a gymnasium. Our sanctuary ain't going to have no jump-off circle in the middle of the floor. But it's a multi-use. Some of y'all just having an hour of time this morning. I want church to look like a church. I want a steeple on top. I want a pulpit on the platform. Made out of wood. You can't even do a heel clicker behind them little plastic thing. Break my neck. I like pews. Just so you know, they're $75 a foot. When we do build, how many of you going to buy a foot? Some of you taking up too. You might want to kick in there. There'll be a love from the church. Sister April, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It's funny though. Sister April stood up and bragged on her church. Go by, she loves the church. Go love her church. Instead of running her mouth about it on Facebook. Her grandma's pretty smart. She said, if you can't say nothing good, don't say nothing at all. I can find plenty bad to say about everybody in this place. And you can't, buddy. I just got It's how you live. Not update my thing. How about to tweet somebody? We'll love the church.
That's right.
We'll love the Scripture. We'll love the old blood-bought salvation. Are you listening to me this morning? Hey! We ought to believe in the reality of a place called heaven. They don't want Hollywood people no more. Hollywood's numbed us to it.
Right.
I remember when I was a kid, they'd come around with that film. Brother Howard, you remember that film they showed in churches all over the country back in the 70s called The Burning Angel?
Yes. Yes.
It was controversial.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, people had the fence over because it was so graphic. Sitcoms are more graphic than that now. I remember watching that movie, Brother Jesse. They brought it in our sanctuary, Lotto Springs, and played it.
Oh, yeah.
Son, I like that heart attack. This guy on a motorcycle had a wreck and got his head cut off. His head is still in his helmet. I'm in the 2nd or 3rd grade, but it's freaking me out. And then it shows it screaming in hell. It shook people up. Thousands were saved over that thing. Oh, but you're a liberal if you got a scream.
Help it.
You know what people do now if you show them movie?
Yeah. It's not the size of it.
Them was the worst actors I ever saw. That was the worst quality film I've ever. You know what I'm saying? We numb to it. The love for the church and the Scriptures, the blood-bought salvation. There ought to be a reality of heaven and hell. There ought to be a value of the human soul. I'm talking about old fashioned. That's what we got to get back to. All the programs. Where's it at? Lost bulletin. That's a bulletin. You know what a bulletin is? Tells you what's going on in the church the next few days, next few weeks.
Right.
It's not a program.
Amen.
Program, folks, tells you what's fixing to happen right now. You get the program this morning, sir. This place is driving an organized preacher in the ground. I know some of these guys went to Bible college, they'd be having a heart attack. About the 5th person that comes to the altar, about the 3rd person that testified, they'd be like, oh, wait, this is not in the... We still got the same life. There will be a strong belief in the soon return of Christ. I'm a rapture preacher.
Yeah.
A bunch of idiots in Arizona and preach whatever they want. They come in here, start spreading their vomit, we'll run them out. We believe Jesus is coming for His church. Amen. I believe it's soon.
Yeah.
If you really believe it, you might live different. You might have an old prayer life. You might get saved if you really thought Jesus was that way. I remember growing up hearing them preach on hell, Brother Freddie, and I'd lay awake. I was scared to go to sleep. I remember sneaking down the hall and peeking in my mama's room to see if she was there.
Yeah.
Hear thunder. I go in there and see Mama still there. I see her feet sticking out them covers. What are you talking about? I straight the Lord coming back.
That's it.
And I got faith.
Yeah.
And I'm glad after 19 years old. After that New Year's Eve party, I never went and looked to see if Mama's there. Why? Because if Mama's gone, I'm gone. Believe He's coming? When's the last time you went and checked on your parents?
Yeah.
The last time you rolled over and made sure your wife was there. Amen.
Help him, Lord.
Well, I'm talking about old fashioned, brother. The holiness of God. We're living in a day where where God has used in slang terms. Oh God. Every atheist in the world, right before they hit the wall, oh God. God this and God that. By the way, He does not have a last name.
Thank you, Jesus.
Jesus Christ, people say. Oh, He's listening. We okay? We serve a holy God.
That's right.
We ought to come before Him in fear and trembling.
Yes.
And reverence. Well, I got to let's talk about this. Listen, there was a requirement. Stand in the way and see. He said, then ask. Ask. Ask.
Yeah.
Brother Jack, would you mind sitting down with me? Give me some advice for a young preacher. Oh, if you're a preacher, man, if you're a preacher at all, you ought to come to Bible class tomorrow night. That was sweet last Monday night. We had all our preachers. And all the older preachers in our church got teamed up with one of them boys and we prayed over it. Oh, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
Thank you, Jesus.
I'm teaching tomorrow night, but I ain't what I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna be real fast. We're gonna pray. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Ask. It's funny, younger preachers in America are looking at younger preachers for advice. What are we going to them old men of God? I still believe the Bible teaches that the older women are supposed to teach the younger women. Well, he said, see and ask. He said there is a requirement, but then there's a reward. There's a reward for walking in the old path. He said, see and ask for the old path. He said, where is the good way? It's a good way. Y'all say, what's wrong? I've had a good time this morning. I didn't even have to preach. Started not to. Started to shower out. Let some more testify. Brag on the Lord. I've had a good time. It's a good way. It's a good way. Here's some narrow-minded. I know, but it's a good way. There's a reward. He said, you find rest for your soul. How about that? But then last thing I'm done. Today, just like this, not only was there a requirement and a reward, but there was also a review. Somebody will leave here today, so I'll never go back to that church that God's broken. That's all right. I ain't buying that old-fashioned stuff. I told you what old-fashioned is not. I'm telling you what it is. Let's get back to this book. And the teaching of this book. The spirit of this book. But people just refuse. I had a lady right down the street right here one day. She wanted to argue something about the Bible. She said, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. She asked me a question. I'll just tell you what about eternal security. She said, what are your thoughts on that? I said, the Bible. She said, well, I believe you lose your salvation. I said, well, you didn't get the one I got. I got that no return policy. I got that guaranteed for life. She said, I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. I said, can I show you a verse? I showed her a verse. She said, well, I don't think it means that. I said, let me show you another verse. I had my little New Testament. I showed her 3 or 4 verses. You know what she said? She got mad. She said, I don't care what the Bible says. There's a problem. There's the problem. Refuse it. You don't have to take it. That's why there's 2 levels. God ain't going to make you do right. But He gives you the opportunity. Adam and Eve did not have to eat that fruit. They had a choice. You don't have to get saved, but you have a choice. highway. It did work. I'll take that over back. Let's stand there and all over that. Are we ready to sing a song for the invitation? This is what's mine for you. Head bowed, eyes closed. Think about it. Listen to me carefully. And nobody looking around this morning. Listen to me just for a minute. We'll be out of here in just a minute. I wonder how many be honest and raise their hands and say, preacher, I'm glad I found the good way. And I'm glad I'm doing my best to walk in that good way. I know I'm saved. I'm headed for heaven when I die. No doubt in my mind. Way back there. Hands all over this building. How about this? Listen, there ain't nobody looking around. I wonder if there's somebody who couldn't raise your hand. You're not sure if you died today, heaven would be your home. I'd sure like to pray for you this morning. I wouldn't come to you. I wouldn't embarrass you. I wouldn't drag nobody at all. I just want to pray for you. If you just slip up again and say, preacher, I'm not sure. Please pray for me. God bless you, sir. Please pray for me, preacher. I'm not sure if I died today. I don't want to die and go to heaven. If you could really know, I'd like to get that settled in my heart. Please remember me. God bless you, man. Anybody else, just slip up your hand. Preacher, I'm not sure. Please pray for me. Let's pray together. Father, as we come before you again this morning, thank you, oh Lord, for a good way. It might be an old way, but Lord, I'm glad like you. You said you never change. Lord, I'm glad this Bible's still right. And your Spirit's still sweet. Lord, I'm glad you still call sinners to a blood-bought salvation. But Lord, you know every heart. You've seen all the hands that were raised this morning. You know exactly what needs to be done in this place. So please have your way. In Jesus' name, amen. Listen, there ought to be a husband. Grab a wife by the hand and say, let's go pray. We need to get back. It's easy to slip, easy to drift. I know I do. And every now and then I have to preach something like this. And it ain't just for you. It's for me. Every now and then I got to look back. Some of these older men and remember where I came from. Remember what they taught me as a boy. Every now and then I need to go back. I don't mean to live in the past, but learn from the past. Every now and then, we'll just get back. There might be somebody say, back in the old days, we called it backsliding. I believe it's still backsliding today. There will be somebody get up this altar and say, God, I need to get back where I used to be. And if you were honest, back where you used to be is where you was happy. Where there was real joy in your life. There would be somebody raised your hand this morning and said, I'm not sure if I died right now. Heaven would be my home. I'll tell you what, Jesse, grab your Bible, son. Come right here, stand right there. Hey, somebody waiting right here to pray with you. He'll take his Bible. Let me get his wife to come. Miss April, bring your Bible. Hey, somebody, man, there's somebody waiting right here. They'll pray with you. Help, you ain't got to leave here today not knowing. You get that thing settled right here, right now. Not trying to get you to join the church, write a check, none of that. That's what you know you're going to heaven when you die. Amen. Go ahead and sing a verse. God be with your heart. Come on. Come on this morning.
Towards the finish, seeking more.
just walk on. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. I have another point. That path will reach its destination. Listen, I'm going to go sing a second verse and we're going home. But while listen, just bow our heads together one more time. Listen to Miss Stacy, is your wife back there? Or you get somebody else if you would. Listen, if you don't want to come to this altar, you can go out that back door and they'll help you right back there. Or the front door, whichever you want to call it. They'll help you back there. But you might need to get saved. There ain't no better time in this world than to get that settled right now. Chances are, if you walk out, you never will. The Bible said the day is a day of salvation. And don't push him away when he's drawing at your heart. You get that settled today. Ain't nobody looking around. Y'all sing that second verse. God live with your heart. Hey, won't you come? Let us pray with you. And you wouldn't believe how many church members we got that come out of that place. Amen. I'll take them over some of these dead Baptists any day of the week. Amen. Amen. Thank God for it. Thank God for what you're doing. If y'all want to write a check, just write it to the church. We'll write Brother Howard one check, just whatever. And so y'all go ahead, man. This one be a blessing to him. And he's the chaplain of the Carroll County Jail. He might preach to your child one day. Lord forbid. But thank God if it happens, it's somebody will be there and he'll tell you. Miss Rebecca, you can consider that one of your converts. Thank you for bringing her to church. Amen. She's about to have a spell right here. I've already given her one. Hallelujah. Ain't God good? I know some of y'all quit way long before I did. Some of you been done for about 30 minutes. But listen, I wouldn't leave here without it. I wouldn't do it. You don't know what's going on right down the street. What I'm trying to say, you might not make it home. I wouldn't leave here without Jesus this morning. Hallelujah. Thank you for being in church. Choir practice, youth choir practice, 4:30. Prayer room at 5:30. Church starts at 6 o'clock to 9. Amen. Let's bow our heads all over the house. We'll be dismissed. Brother Jason, it's good to see you doing a little bit better. I don't know if you're ever going to get well till you get to glory. Amen. Called me last Sunday.